Hello guys, and welcome back to another Tweaker Man video. So I picked up a very cheap set of headphones made by Kit Sounds a few months ago now, just as an experiment. It comes with this headphone cable. So what I've done is I've purchased an off the roll headphone cable from Hi-Fi Collective. This is made by Vireblue, Germany. This is the EPC-3 silver headphone cable. All of the products on here are what we need to terminate this cable today. So we'll move these headphones to one side, and we've got our headphone jack there, which is a 6.3mm. And then we've got our 3.5 jack for the other end. And we've got our nylon braid, an array of tools here, some solder, and most importantly the soldering iron. So let's get into doing this video. First of all, we need to strip our cable back here. Okay, I've already done one side. I'll show you when we do the other. We just need to cut away some of this aluminium Maya shield. Now, using an off the roll cable here is very easy, and it's great if you're not experienced of making a cable up from scratch. And I'm hoping good things from this cable. It's not very expensive either. Okay, so we've got our jack there, which is our 6.3 jack. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the red conductor as the center conductor here, and then we're going to use the white conductor there for the earth, or for the second channel there, and then we're going to use the black for the ground on there. So what we need to do now first is just to get a pair of wire strippers. I'll probably try these ones first to see whether they work, and we're just going to try to strip that away from there. There we go, we've stripped a bit off of there, just to take a little bit more off. It's stuck in there a bit. This is on the smallest piece because these are very thin. There we go. That's it. We can twist these round. Now, these are silver plated copper, I gather. Right, okay, so that's one done, and the next one is the black, is the white. Get it right. Push that down a bit more. That gives us a bit more. So we've got the white now, twist that round, got the red, these are very small gauge, they're stranded as well, but very small gauge, so never that easy. Let's go and try this one now, strip that off of there. So this one, the black there, is going to be twisted with the braid there at one end only. Okay, and this will be done at the small end for the small 3.5 jack plug. Okay, so we've got that like that. So what we need to do now is just tin the ends of these a bit, just to make sure that they're all nicely tinned together. It makes it so much easier when it comes to soldering it to the plug once you've tinned the ends of those. So here's our silver solder here, 4% silver solder. I'll give our I can't really see from there. That one. That one. Right, let's just see what that looks like. That's pretty good. Right, so now what we need to do is to bring that up a bit. Bring that down slightly. Here is the cable there, all tinned up, ready to go. Now what we need to do first is you want to put a braid round it, you see, because it's a bit of a boring cable. Not that it matters, it'd be perfectly fine left like that. But I thought I'd put a braid round it anyway. So this is a 2-meter cable, so we need to measure out 2 meters of the braid. And as I say, you don't need to use braid, you can just use it exactly how it is. I think the good part about braid is it makes the wearability of the cable itself, helps the wearability of the cable itself really. So once we've cut our braid, what we need to do now is just to take the soldering iron on the back there and just press it on there just to seal it up a bit. It just stops it from fraying when you start pulling through, but I don't know how long this is going to need to be yet totally, because I've shot it over length. So what I need to do now is just to get our cable there, okay, and then just start threading it through. I mean, really, you should be able to terminate one of these cables pretty quickly. Should only take at maximum half an hour. Doing it on a video, it tends to take a bit longer. So I'll carry on pushing that through and I'll be back in a second. I've put the braid on now, so what we need to do is just to start terminating the small, the 3.5 jack. So let's put our back housing over first. Then we can get our braid through there like so. Okay. And now we need to start soldering this off. This is our 3.5 jack plug. So we've got our center conductor there, center part of the plug, and then the left and the right channel, I should say, and then this is the ground. So we're going to connect the red to the first part of the plug. Okay, so hope you can see this on here. It's not that easy to film this. Let me just try to see if I can get that into place there first. And what if I crimp that down Okay, let me just try to find another pair of little pliers I've got somewhere to crimp that down with. There we go. These are a pair of long nose pliers here I have. So once I crimp that in place, it will make it so much easier for me to be able to get that into place there. Turn these bits over there like that. There you go, so that's going to be in there like that. It'll be nice and tight now. So now we can now solder the braid part, the ground, onto the back of the plug there, which I'm turning that round now, and I've drilled a hole in a piece of wood, a 3.5 hole, so it makes it so much easier just to solder. Okay, so this part needs to be trimmed down slightly. It's too long, so we're just going to chop that off with a pair of scissors there. Turn that over. There we go. Bend that over there like that. Just to get that nice down nicely. Okay, now we should just be able to now solder this off here. Right, okay, that's gone on there, lovely. Right, so we've got that on there. Give it a second to cool down. If we pull this out now, so that's very hot still. Okay, there. And then we now need to get our other two conductors here. Because this is very small and fiddly, it's never easy to do this on camera that well. But hopefully you should be able to get a gist of it. Now I'm going to take my centre conductor there and just hold it there onto the side there. When it comes to the 6.3 mil plug, it's a lot easier. Just that these small ones can be they're very delicate and difficult. You could use a magnifying glass, would be a good idea to use if you was doing this really. Right, okay, so we've got that onto there now. Hopefully I should just be able to solder that in place now if I'm lucky. Wish me luck. There we go. Right, okay. Now that's not soldered onto there, it's still loose. I need to pull it down a bit so we can get some that's it, I think that's on. Just take that off in a minute and check it. That looks like it's on there. Now this one needs to now come round the other side without touching that conductor, of course, because we don't need that. Now what I'm going to do is push that straight back through there, that wire, and out through the other side there. Push that through there. Right, okay, so that's got to come round onto this section at the back there, which should do fairly easy. What we've got here we can use just to, need a screwdriver or something just to curl that round a bit. That's it. I want to just be able to pull that out and just to turn that around very slightly. That's it. That's good. That's it now. Right, we've got that in there. Now let's have a go at soldering this one off here. Sorted out the wires there, so we just need to take a little bit of this away, this wire here from you can actually just pick this away with your nails actually, or just get a blade and just cut it very slightly there and pull it away like that. And then this is going to be connected to this ground again. Oh, actually, we're not actually going to connect that to that ground this time. No, we're chopping that ground off. It's only going to be at one end. So there's me getting carried away again. Right, so pull this round like this. Now we just need to get all of these trimmed back, and then last one here. And hopefully at the end of this should improve the sound quality of those headphones. One reason why it might not do is because they're not very good headphones. And this is just an experiment, remember. It's just, they're just cheap headphones are around about £27, and putting a nice cable on it may improve it, it may not. You see, so right, so we're tinning these off again now. Okay, so now I need to drill another hole in here again, so I'll be back in a minute once I've done that. Here we have the plug inserted there where I've drilled the hole. Right, so now what we need to do now is just get some more solder. Put that back over there, and now we're going to start tinning these off again. So we'll start off with a red one in the center. Okay, so the red is going to go to the center there, but actually before we do that, most imperative, I put the ends, this end piece on the plug. Okay, now this is going to be the hardest bit, getting that braid through there. No, it's not too bad. There we go, that's gone through all right. Right, so, and this just screws on that way round, so we haven't got to worry about the putting that part of the plug on. So let's just separate all these again now, and we're going to come up to, let's get this round here like that, and then I'm doing this on a very small bench today because my work's really busy and I haven't had a lot of time to. But there we go, we're just going to push that into place there. We'll turn that over because it's a bit long, fold it back on itself very slightly just to reduce the length of it. Might be better to trim those a bit, they're slightly too long, they are there. That one's probably okay actually. So we're going to get that there. Then we need to put something heavy on there just to hold that in place while I solder this off. we go, that's gone on there, lovely. Nice and soldered on. Okay, so this is the black one. Now at the side there, we're just going to solder that to the side there. So we'll just turn this round a bit. We'll just solder that onto the side there. Oh, that's going there nice and neatly. Turn this round, and bearing in mind it's hot now, so be careful. Now this piece needs to be soldered onto there. Okay, I'm going to just cut a very tiny little bit off the end of that there. That's better. And then there's a little hole there. You can slot it through the little hole if you want to in the plug there, which is what it's meant for really. But I'm going to just put it underneath there like that. Hopefully it's not touching anything. And then just solder it off there on the edge. That's it. Leave it to dry a minute. Set. Right, okay. It's not too bad now, that. So here we go. Again, so we've got our earth there, sorry, there. Our centre conductor there, and the outer, the left and the right I should say. So all we need to do now is to get our end there, push it through there, bring our end cap up here and twist that. Now I like these are made by Neotric, and they're very nice plugs. These are, they're heavy duty and they're quality. So so here we have our cable made up. Now you can put some heat shrink over, but what I always suggest you do is try them first, just to make sure that they're working fine before you put the heat shrink on, because at least now you can unscrew the plugs again and just check the connections. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then I'll be back in a second. Okay, I've tested it all. It all works really well. So I'm just going to put a piece of heat shrink on this plug. I've already added a bit onto that one already. And then this will be finished. I've got my heat gun down here set up. Let's just give this a blast. There we go, that's nicely done. So this is the cable finished. Here we have the cable totally finished. So, and it works perfectly, and I need to run it in now, probably for a couple of 100 hours to see if we have an improvement. Now the good part is we've got the existing cable as well, so we can try one out against another and see if there's a difference. Now if there isn't a difference, I will definitely tell you. Now that won't mean that this cable is not very good, it just means a cheap set of headphones cannot be improved. Now I doubt that will be the case somehow, but who knows. So I think that's it for this video. So thanks for watching another Tweaker Man video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to press that notification bell so you're notified each time I upload a new video. And thank you for watching, guys.